All right, everyone. Welcome back to some more replay casts here. I am going to be Wig CBK. We are going to be doing some shoutcasting here, as we will first cover yet again. If you guys didn't tune in earlier this afternoon, we did some Monday, aka yesterday, replay casts. This one, however, will be between Hex or Polymorph versus Team Tim. So we have a different series here. Well, I shouldn't say series because this is only a single game, but we're pretty well underway. So I'm just gonna get right into it. We got Electrician, Moraxis, Magnus, and Moira going to be banned out by the two teams, and really we've been continuously seeing a lot of the same bans. The Engineer doesn't get banned up here, so we're going to see him second picked, following up the Flux first pick from the side of Polymorph. Second pick of Chipper into Behemoth, into Lord Self-Force, into Tempest. So, signature Chipper for Deuter, most likely. They also pick up the Flux and the Lord Self-Force around it. So, uh, usually we see either Snooki or Whoop play the Lord, depending on whether they want to run it mid or carry. So we still don't know where we're going to see the Lord Sulfuris just yet, but the Tempest with the Behemoth Engineer, we got some big AoE team fight synergized ultimates here on the side of Team Tim. So they are going for a big team fighting draft to start things off. The second stage of bans is going to be Clanks, Aluna, and Puppet Master for the side of Polymorph. So they uh, they don't want some of these strong ranged carries paired up with the Tempest. Uh, the Aluna ban actually intrigues me because that would mean they would have to run the Engineer as a main support, or well, core actually, if they do pick up the Aluna, and that is of course if they want to run the Tempest in the jungle, they could still run the Tempest in the lane somewhere, which wouldn't be out of the question. Vindicator, Hellbringer, and Sandwraith get banned out here by Team Tim, so they're going for the anti-Tempest team fighting R button heroes. They also get rid of the Sandwraith because he's very good against heroes like the Behemoth, who want to initiate or counter initiate with the portal key. Also very disruptive for Tempest as well. Kind of forces you into buying null stones, etc., to deal with his Mirage. So the ban's very, very straightforward. We are going to have a fourth pick, Torturer. So uh, it's looking like we will see a support Torture here paired up with the Chipper due to the Flux and the Lord Self-Force already picked up. However, they could still pick up another support, but I don't think that they want to lock in a Torture, a Lord, and a Flux as their three farmers. So I think we will still see another farmer on the last pick. They go with the Andromeda. Um, and to be honest, I'm not really seeing a clear reason as to why they want the Andromeda. I guess you could swap the guy that Chipper unloads all his rockets on, but by that point he has already taken quite a bit of burst. Um, there is always the possibility of swap with mines from Engineer, so there is some good synergy between Andromeda and Engineer, as well as them being two great early game supports. But however, I'm not really seeing a clear-cut reason as to why they want the Andromeda just yet. Perhaps they are looking to pick up another, or I shouldn't say another, but a ranged carry that does rely on the swap, as we did see Legion banning out the Clanks and the Puppet Master, so those would have been great targets for an Andromeda swap if they do get initiated on. But let's see what they go for. It ends up being a Hammerstorm as the last pick, so Hammerstorm very, very popular right now in the metagame. We see him quite often. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure how I feel about the Hammerstorm against heroes like the Tempest and the Behemoth because there is a lot of lockdown right now on the side of Hellborn for a Hammerstorm to have to go through. Now, Hammerstorm, he is not the most mobile hard carry, and although he farms very quickly, he is very easy to kite. But if you have the lockdown for him, his impact significantly gets reduced. Uh, for example, inside something like a Tempest Elemental Void. So I do feel like Hammerstorm's going to have some troubles this game, especially once the Behemoth Portal Key comes online. There's so much team fight coming out from the side of Team Tim that this Hammerstorm is going to need a fast Shrunken Head, and we'll see if he's able to get it in a timely manner or not. So it's actually going to be a Tempest played by Huge Soul. So I'm actually interested to see if they choose to lane this Tempest or run him as a jungler. They do have the Behemoth on Embo Boy. Looks like the second support player is playing the Engineer, so it is a core Tempest. It's actually heading up to the top lane, so we could see a laning short Tempest. Then we're having a Chipper and a Flux lane, which I believe it was safe to say this was expected. Then we have a Hammerstorm with Torturer, so a double stun combination with some pretty good early game damage as well, but not the strongest lane that you've ever seen either. Then we see Znuki on the Lord Self-Forest, so uh, Znuki actually spotting the 2 golden apples. Quite interesting as he's valuing the mana regen. So we're seeing a Calamity Tri-Lane with Engineer and Andromeda. I do find it very strange that the Engineer is getting Spider Mines level 1. I do feel like the Keg Stun would be far better paired up with an Andromeda. Teammate. Mines do a bit more damage. Well, I say a bit more damage. They do 10 more damage and you don't get a stun. I do feel like they're significantly weaker than Keg at level 1. But, so yeah. Behemoth, they actually send the Behemoth mid against the Lord Self-Forest. This is a lane I do expect Lord to have a very good time in. And then Tempest going 2 versus 1 is very interesting, because if he gets caught by the Flux slow, they should be able to kill him with Chipper, unless he's able to block the rockets with elementals, but we already see some heavy pressure coming out from the Flux. Tri-lane though from our Hellborn side. Hammerstorm has 3 last hits already. He has 4 last hits, 2 versus 3. So they're not stopping the Hammerstorm's farm just yet. Tempest, he's going to take a lot of pressure here from the Chipper. I wonder if this is going to be the Bloodlust kill. One more rocket. Duder. Oh. Oh. He's going to fall here, but he gets the Bloodlust kill, so I guess that is worth it. Duder getting the Bloodlust kill with the Chipper. I believe he picked up the boots before he died, if I'm not mistaken. So he bought out the boots before dying. $11-0 Lord against 10-0 Bihi. So Bihi's actually okay. 11-0. So Bihi's actually doing a really nice job. He will bottle up the Mystic Rune. This Chipper with boots is very annoying to the Tempest. Picks up the focus buffer. He's just gonna run him down with rockets. I wonder if this is gonna be a kill. If he keeps sniping him with rockets. He's gonna wait for sight. It's the rocket. Throws out a stun. One more rocket. Auto attack. He needs to hit one more rocket. Oh no. Oh, he got him, but he died for it again. It's actually super funny. So, the tri-lane for Hellborn is not netting any kills just yet. They have started to slow down Hammerstorm's farm. And Calamity is getting much better farm on this lane. Andromeda is in a really aggressive position now. They will catch out the Torturer here. Kegstun will knock him back. Andromeda might fall. One more auto attack. Looks like Andromeda will live with 10 life. Chipper rotates in with some rockets. He's level 3. Hammer has another stun. Woba and... oh, power spike, but Duder. Duder with the rockets, man. So much damage. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Flux dies to Tempest. That is not supposed to happen. This was a free farming Flux that just died to the Tempest, who died twice and wasn't even in lane for most of the time. Level 5 on the Tempest, 365 GPM despite dying 2 times. And in the bot river, we have Impalement doing some damage here to Hammerstorm. Chipper getting taken out very low. Engineer does fall. Behemoth now is in some trouble. He does dodge the Morse Certissima. Chipper will go down to the fissure, but this is a hasted Snooki. And Lord will get credit for that kill. So it ends up being a 1 for 2. 2 kills in favor of Hex. So they take a 5-4 hero kill lead. Top lane, they will get the kill onto Tempest, but it will come at a cost of the Flux. Nice body blocks coming in from the Elementals. Will this actually be a kill? Those body blocks were pretty nutty. Fissure will also wall him off. Chipper's getting, he's getting counter-aged up here in the top lane. And that's what happens when you chase people down with rockets, man. You get counter-killed. Some nice kills from both sides. Hammerstorm is gonna Hi-Ya himself to safety. Tort not gonna be liking life. Goes down to the tri lane. And Calamity gets credit for that kill as he picks up the Ghost Marchers. They will probably just run at Hammerstorm now. There's not gonna be any creep support in a second here though. But Comet Stun comes out, the dragons, and Hammerstorm will die. Chipper and Torturer are here now. Engineer should end up falling. A nice sidestep from Chipper. He's going to try to scout out Calamity. But he's going to be a little bit too fast to land the rockets on. Woo! Snipe from downtown. He got like 1 out of 3. Flux is going to get fissure blocked here in the top lane. Slow comes out. Kegstun will follow. Here comes the Enrage. And true power, says Behemoth. Flux goes down yet again. Flux is now 0 and 3. This was a free farming Flux, who is now 0 and 3. Pickled Brain gets picked up by Lord, but he needs to give that to his teammate Flux, who is not quite using his free farm all that well. Tempest is moving into position. He already used his Elemental Void. I actually missed that completely. Looks like they killed Lord with the Elemental Void. They pushed the tower as well, and now they take a 5,000 gold lead at 7 minutes. So really early tower push coming out. Hammerstorm just sitting on the red boots. Lord is gonna run into the pack here. Ghost Marchers get picked up by the Tempest. Engie and Andromeda are looking for some kills. They're gonna maybe run into Torture here. No Aurora comes out. Stun comes out onto Andromeda. Wopa, and that's a kill onto Andromeda. We have the remainder of Hellborn down here in the bottom lane. Tempest is going to spawn some elementals over here. He's under a ward of sight though, so they're trying to set up a kill on him, as he is potentially going to be a bait though. They see everything happening though. Here comes the Flux Bolt. Behemoth with the Fissure Stun lands onto 2, the Mine, and Tempest gets credit for the kill onto Torturer. Lords of Forest is now here with the Undying applied to Tempest, and I don't think it will be enough for a kill. Mana Boots on Lord, by the way. That is not your everyday item build. Flux is going to fall back. Tempest is going to be a little bit too fast. So we see a lot of rotations coming in here from Hellborn. Both teams having a ward here, which is interesting because I'm not sure why Legion has a ward behind their own tower. Shockwave comes out. They're going to go for the kill on the Hammerstorm here. Enrage, they're going to need a little bit more damage. And Elemental Void is going to catch both the Torture and the Hammerstorm. Despite being on low life, they get the kills. And they will turn it into a tower kill. Calamity picks up the Brass Knuckles. Lord South Forest, he is farming very well at 400 GPM, but the rest of his team is struggling very, very hard. Behemoth will port up into the top lane, as well as support coming out from Engineer. Tempest continues to farm very aggressively in the Legion jungle, under a ward of sight too. Mid lane, we see a kill on the Andromeda. Cinder as well comes out. Lord hasted again. Man, I swear every time I look, Snooki has a haste rune. Tempest, he's looking for something here. He's going to run into Chipper. He gets kicked backwards. Calamity will run into Flux, but I don't think we're going to see any kills. Tempest in a pretty offensive position, but nothing going to happen here. The top GPM of the game is Tempest at 490 gold per minute. We have Veiled Rod on the Engineer here. It doesn't get broken actually by the Torturer. Domina's coming over. They're going to spot Engineer as his Veiled Rod breaks. He will go down. Andromeda is not looking to throw out a Comet Stone. Chainsaws come down. Tempest, he will go down to the impalement. Here's the Flux Pull there. They finally stopped the Tempest. Well, I say finally, they killed him 4 times, but he has 7 kills on the Tempest. Behemoth is almost at Portal Key. He has 59 creep kills. He has Steam Boots, Bottle, Power Supply, and Chalice. He is very far from the Behemoth. This was a mid Behemoth though, so not to be confused with the usual roaming offlaner style Behemoth. It's about another 100 and 30 gold for his portal key. I still am very intrigued by this Ring of Sorcery Lord Sulfuras. Calamity picks up a Firebrand. It's going to be very, very mobile. Gnome's Wisdom picked up on the Tempest. Hammerstorm trying to do Ancients without any kind of lifesteal. Very interesting. He's taking lots of damage here. BA is going to pick up his portal key here. And looks like he's smoking into the bot lane. This will be a pretty easy kill on the Flux. Don't even think they need the ultimate. No. Just a dead Flux. Tempest is going to get the Undying onto him. Engineer Energy Field comes out. Here comes Andromeda. Sunder's Vault will keep Sulfuras in place. And he will go down. He picked up a portal key as well. So he is not very tanky. Swap in onto Torturer. Torturer will fall. They will get the kill on the Andromeda. Tempest, he will get the Glacial Blast stun off. Chipper will go down. So it ends up being a 3-for-1 in the top lane. And they also got Flux in the bottom lane. He's not respawned though. Behemoth will fissure them both up. Here comes the Kickstole. The Elemental Void comes out. That's not going to be stopped. The Shockwave on top. And boom goes the dynamite, as Breaky CPK would say. He's gonna go for the port out. He's gonna cancel. He's gonna run his dome into some rockets and he will go down. Torture leading the front lines. He's got the torment up, but it's not doing any damage. This Behemoth was out of range. Lord Sulfuras will try to chase the Calamity. Andromeda will end up falling. Tempest will try to put some pressure in on the top lane. Failed rod on the Behemoth here. He's got no Shockwave ready to go though. Nice portal key coming out from Snooki there. Will it matter in the end though is the question. He will avoid the enraged stun, but too much damage. That was such fast fingers coming out from Snooki. Don't know how he reacted to that so fast. Guy is just so beast. I mean, he did end up falling, but not a whole lot he could do there. Looks like Tempest will have money for the portal key if he does decide to go for one in 50 gold. And we already see a almost 9,000 gold lead for Team Tim. Chipper will get sniped out.
Payback.
And Engineer will get credit for that kill. Frostburn picked up by Calamity now. I believe Tempest just bought his portal key. Comes an Undying from the Lord Sulfuras into the Mors Certissima. This actually might not be enough damage. He's got some magic armor. I think he will be fine. Top lane, Hammerstorm. gets caught, he will go down. Poor Hammerstorm, he just picked up his Whispering Helm. He does not have much farm at all. Tempesto with the Elemental Void, that's not going to be stopped! But he gets pulled in by Flux, True Power comes out, Bahamut is here, he cleans up face with the help of Engineer, and they say, thank you Tempest for setting us up with 2 beautiful kills, we will take them in your memory. Meanwhile, Calamity pushes out the top lane all the way to the tier 3 tower. Behemoth catches Torture, trying to counterward a counterward. And he unfortunately doesn't even get it. Kick away. So, unfortunately, the Hammerstorm is really not able to get off the ground. He only has 260 GPM. And Lord had a great start, but his item build is very different from what we're used to seeing. He is not building tanky at all to survive this Wombo combo. We see them kill the Calamity here. They're going to also kill the Tempest and the Andromeda, so what the heck just happened? They tried to take a fight without Behemoth and Engineer, and they had none of their ultimates. And it's almost like they forgot that they're a very ultimate dependent lineup. They just die. They do give up their tier 2 tower though in the bottom lane. Do we have any mines anywhere? Looks like Enji's not mining, he's just farming away. So Hammerstorm, he's not even going to go for Twin Blades this game. He's going straight for the Shrunken Head. Snooki with the portal key to safety plus the invisibility rune. He's going to maybe look to scout things out. We have a Veiled Rot on the Behemoth. Gonna run right into Chipper. Flux throws out the slow, the chainsaws, and Bahamut will fall. They almost gave him a 3-man shockwave there, which would have been pretty funny. Lord is going to go for Tempest here. Zaku Rocket's coming in hot. Andro with the swap. There's the Flux pull in. Engineer drops the energy field. Doesn't pull anybody in though, because they did the combo wrong. And Flux is maybe gonna go down here. Lord leading the front lines. Here comes the Sunder's Vault from Calamity. Lord will fall. The Tempest ultimate unfortunately catches nobody. Very unfortunate. He went for the guess. They did not get the Flux kill either. It's okay, Huge Soul. Don't feel bad. It happens to all of us once in a while. Dawnbringer info finished on Calamity. Coach, I'm gonna have to ask you to calm down in the chat. I know you're excited, but calm down. We got Portal Key on the Flux. And Chipper actually has half of a staff. I don't know how the heck Duder has so much farm. It was indeed the caps. I'm not a big caps person myself. To me, caps means angry / yelling. Another Veiled Rod on the Behemoth here. He has Shockwave ready to go. Whopa! As he stuns the mid lane wave. Not too sure about the solo He smokes. He does pick up the spell shards level 3, so he will amplify his damage output quite significantly. But Hex is gonna try for a cheeky Kongor sneak in here. It looks like our Hellborn side has an idea this is going on. They're kinda... They have a ward on the Kong. That's why they know. Geniuses. Calamity picks up a Mighty Blade. Looks like she'll be going for a Shrunken Head. And, Calamity. Engineer and Tempest are making their way in. Here comes Energy Field with the portal key picked up. Kickstone will come down. True Power comes out. Out dealing the most damage. They get the 1 kill on the Torture. Flux will end up going down. It's a double tap for Calamity. And Lord is out. Hammerstorm is also out. Chipper ended up falling. And it was a hat trick. They did not even use their Elemental Void. So winning this team fight very, very decisively, and they will now look to steal the Kongor, it looks like. And they will get it. Speed on Engineer, interesting. Damage on Behemoth. Damage on Calamity. Was expecting movement speed on Calamity. And Tempest hasn't picked anything yet. Huh. Tempest has Monitor turned off. He doesn't want an attribute. Interesting. Well, they have an idea this is going on. They are looking ready to fight it. The mines will get triggered by the Ancients, which got aggroed by rockets, I think. Lord is in here. They're going to get the kill onto Andromeda to start things off. The Elemental Void is going to lock down them for 2 seconds. He will end up going down. Immediate buyback. Energy Field is down. Calamity pops the BKB. but she is on the run now. Keg's done. Will Keg engineer backwards, and Behemoth, he's coming in with a shockwave, ready to go. Tempest, he's going to stun up the Lord Self Forest. True Power, it does come out onto both the Flux and the Lord Self Forest. They get the 2 kills. Shipper is now on the run, and Shipper will not be able to make it out of this one as he will go down. Now that was a buyback coming out from the Tempest. He did already use his hold, however. So, buyback to help secure the Kongor kill. Oh, Tempest dies to Kong!
Kongor has been slain.
Tempest died to Kong. Damn, Huge Soul's playing like a rat this game. Holding air and then dying to Kong. So they do get the token of life on the Calamity for another 2.5 minutes. What is Behe buying? He has a broadsword. Shroud? Could be. I think Shroud is the most likely out of those choices. I'm surprised he doesn't go for a staff. Staff on Behe would be dope. He does go for the Shroud. I feel like the staff would be much nicer. Gives him that extra jump. Some mines doing some damage here. A little bit too tanky though. Thunder's Vault will miss. Lord will PK out. He has a Shrunken, by the way. I think I mentioned that already. Hammerstorm kind of getting some more GPM, but he is way behind Calamity. It is not even close. He does not have any like farm enhancing item other than the Whispering, which just lets him sustain, but he doesn't have anything that helps him kill creeps fast, which would be the Twin Blades. So he kills the waves in the camps very slowly. Lord takes some heavy damage. Swap from Andromeda. Very odd, as there was no initiation there. A very preemptive swap. Oof, some good rockets coming out from Dude. Gets Behemoth down to half-life. Hit with the Shroud. It's gonna wear off here in a sec. It's gonna stun up the Torture. We're gonna jump in with the energy field. Thunder's Vault catches Lord. He has the Shrunken. He uses it. He's getting slowed though through the Shrunken by the Calamity, and he will go down. They get the melee Rex. Calamity, he wants to die with the token. 4 more seconds. He will go down. Here comes the True Power. The Tempest Hole will catch 3. The combo wombo from Behemoth Tempest is there. They do lose Calamity, but that was a fight. Damn. Damn. So Calamity did buyback. They want to end this game. They're going to get the second melee Rex.
Chinese buffet beef, more people than you.
And they will fall back. They get the kill onto Tort. And there's a Roof Shards pick up on the Behemoth. Very fun item build, the Shroud and the Roof Shards. But I would really like to have seen Staff. It's just a super nice extra portal key. GG is being called here by Hex as the concede vote comes out, and that will do it. As this one will go to Team Tim.
Chinese birthday be more people than you.
Okay, so we will go on a short